under the influence of an older plan and by my own efforts, I discovered some important new facts about the unconscious in psychic life, the role of instinctual urges, and so on. Out of these findings grew a new science, psychoanalysis, a part of psychology, and a new method of treatment of the neurosis.
Rushing into a river of reformation, creating a deluge of consolation, a tear. Tearing down walls of internal imprisonment, building beautiful bridges of betterment, a tear. Providing homeostasis, averting my crisis, a tear. Seasoned with the salt of reality, rescued me from the claws of insanity, a tear. Flowing directly from the tear in my soul, anchoring my feet and making me whole, a tear. Much thanks to you, my dear tear. You are the reason I'm still here. While we're all still here, there's got to be some substance to our existence. There has to be meaning to our existence. Lord knows how many complaints I've had throughout life, internally and externally. I couldn't tell you how many times I've had to shake my head at the banality called life when I read the latest news online, or when I hear stories from people I know and passersby. It's the reason why we have memories, to keep us from going insane and retreating back into the whispers of a past that we can no longer reach and a future we don't want to endure. But to adapt to the times is attributed to our own innate survival. I don't consider myself a strong man. I consider myself basically non-existent. I'm unremarkable in its entirety. Considering how many billions of people on Earth, I sometimes wonder what's the point of all this? Maybe there isn't. And if you knew about the point, and you knew about the future, and you knew about the plans, and you knew about the goals and the agendas of those who have created the life itself, do you really want to know? Ah, yes, we always hear about the very tenacious and vitriolic debates of religion. Hell, I used to be a part of this some 20 years ago when I delved into my anti-theism. And then I realized that I became just as fanatical as the overtly religious. I wanted the happy medium. And what I found was silence. Maybe the voice of God is the mind, but how would you know? When you hear voices in your mind, are they really you? Are they something else? Are you going insane? Black Sabbath wrote about it. Or is it simply just you? Not many people can deal with isolation. So they would make for themselves beliefs constructed on control. Control of what? You. Because we hate being free. We wouldn't know what to do with real freedom. It's the reason why we vote, so we can have other people deal with the important matters that deal with us. Lord knows if the responsibility was with us, how much of a mess would we make it? We doubt ourselves. And it's from that voice in your head. Is it God? Is it the devil? Is it you? Is it some higher elevated existence? Do you really want to fucking know? Do you care? The fine line of sanity and psychopathy is millimeters wide. Your sense of normality is abnormal to me. Those who are different, not accepted by the pack, not accepted by the majority, I would consider being enlightened. Being different is not to conform to the old values and traditions of those who doubted themselves. If you want a picture of heaven, release yourself. Release yourself from the constructs that are made to enslave you, to control you. It's the reason why we vote. We don't want true freedom. We want to be held with the illusion that we are free, but that we are really controlled by ungovernable powers that have zero empathy, even for you, even though you gave them the powers to control you, and those of others. And when the promises are not met, and the crimes are more egregious, and the abuses are more personal, you tend to blame not yourself, but for the other man for voting the wrong way, for believing in ideologies that don't conform with yours. And because of that, there's war. Because to shake a hand and to give a hug may seem gay to you, but the idea of shooting somebody on the whim because they don't conform to your version of normal, well, that's pretty straightforward. That's being a man. And that's why the United States of America is psychopathic. From the foundations of its governance right down to its citizenry. Oh, go ahead, make noise of what I have to say, but I'll throw it back to you. What nation has become so desensitized to violence that it considers it a third language? What nation on earth would spend trillions of dollars in its defense budget and then claim we don't have the necessary security and armaments to defeat this growing evil abroad? I blame you. You are the ones who are psychopathic. You are the ones who are apathetic. You are the ones who are soulless for giving men, demons dressed as men and women who basically abuse and use you and kill the foreign invaders whose worldviews do not coexist with ours. We're seeing it now more pronounced, aren't we? With each new administration, the biases and the prejudice become more pronounced, more in your face, until the point where you cannot dissolve of yourself responsibility. You created the Obamas. You created the Bidens. You created the Trumps. It was you. They are simply manifestations of you. For they don't exist if you don't vote. They don't exist if you had empathy. And since you Consider yourselves enemies unto each other, and because you don't have the capability of responsibility, and because you do not possess the empathy needed to coexist with your fellow men, these are the people to lead you into your own destruction, and you deserve it. And you are so selfish that you will allow for your children to be born into a mess that you have created not only for yourself, but for their future. I say, damn you. Damn you for not speaking out. Damn you for not wanting to change the atmosphere. And damn you for not taking responsibility. It's easy to blame the enemy across the seas because you can't see them. Meanwhile, the enemy is the person right in front of the mirror in your house. You have become the evil that is personified into the essence of this country that is now emanating to the world. But we could stop it. It's not too late. Just realize that the effects that you have not only affect you, but your fellow neighbor and your fellow man. And to do things without pride and prejudice, to expect no reward, but only cohesion, community, commonplace, hegemony. These are the things that matter. And these are the things that were brought to us by higher elevated beings before the written page. But did we listen?